at Astra Boys. Yes. You already know the intro. You already know the name, but I'm going to say it anyways. At Astra Boys Sports Podcast. It's kind of a tongue twister, but I got through it.
But is it really a tongue twister? I think you just made this shit up.
All right, you give it a try then.
I don't think it's a tongue twister.
Give it a try.
Okay, what are you doing at Astra Boys?
Yeah.
All right, hit the music.
No, I don't need to hit the music.
I really liked the intro last time. The intro last time was fucking amazing, by the way.
All right, you want to try it again?
I need the fucking music.
All right, okay. All right, you do the intro now.
Do a fucking intro without music. What's wrong with you? At Astra Boys, coming to you from Kansas City. And yes, this is Mahomes' house. I'm T.I., this is Casey Waltz, and this is my boy, Fighting Hooters on the end.
Fighting Hooters.
Okay, you didn't say at Astra Boys Sports Podcast. You didn't say the entire title.
Well, that's how he got through.
All he said, that's how he got through. All he said, at Astra.
Well, I think people are going to
At
understand.
Astra Paraspora.
I said Astra Boys, but I think they'll understand it's a sports podcast. I don't know that we got to say
You
that
have to say
every
the
time.
entire title.
Okay.
All right, Joe, you want to give it a try?
I do not.
Terrific. All right, well, okay. All right, welcome to another podcast, another episode of the At Astra Boy Sports Podcast. And I am, like T.I. said, the KC Waltz. Why do I put the...
Just Casey Waltz.
Okay.
You made
All
it. You made it weird.
Okay, all right. KC Waltz. And over here on my right is T.I., the original T.I., and Sloppy Hooters. What'd you say earlier? I like that.
Fighting Hooters.
Fighting
He's always
Hooters.
been fighting Hooters. Because
Fighting Hooters.
here's one
That's
thing
my
about
fantasy
Joe.
teams.
Don't piss Joe off. He might get knocked out. I've seen it happen a couple of times. So we call
Or
him
don't
Fighting
get him
Hooters.
drunk because we also call him Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, but we're trying to leave that name in the past.
Really? It still pops up every once in a while. Matter of fact, it's
I
popping
wouldn't
up
want
right
to be.
now.
I wouldn't want to be called Sloppy Joe.
His name is Joe. And sometimes he speaks sloppily.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah. Which one? Me or him?
Oh, Tony.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, I mean, I see why you say it. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, we're still going to give him
Sometimes,
shit from time to time.
no, I can't understand what you're saying. I speak fluent Sloppy Joe. So I can understand
Well,
it.
you,
And I
you
always,
just said you didn't understand what I'm saying. And now you say you're fluent?
Yeah, I think he's confused.
well, even though I'm fluent, doesn't mean I cannot every once in a while understand what you're saying. All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I like the hat. Let's do the breakdown on the hat.
We are sponsored by the one and only barbecue place here in Kansas City. Well, actually, we have more than that one. Okay.
Couldn't you just said we're
Smoketown Barbecue, located on Shawnee Mission Parkway here in, once again, is it Shawnee?
Jesus Christ every
It's in
time.
Overland Park.
It's an
Overland
Overland
Park.
Park. I get confused too. I'm not gonna lie.
7702 Shawnee Mission Parkway.
Guys, I grew up, I was born and raised in the Argentine area, okay? Anything south of me is Olathe. So you're lucky that I even recognize even the other two cities. Which, by the way, thank you for listening if you're live in the other local cities. So beautiful cities, Shawnee, Olathe, Overland Park, Lenexa,
Just call it Johnson County.
the entire Johnson County area, south of us. Appreciate you listening. So, once again, here we are, broadcasting straight out of Kansas City, Kansas.
Actually,
We
broadcasting straight out of Joe's basement, officially.
Right.
Okay, they don't need to know that. All they need to know is that we're in a professional studio. There's people behind the cameras. Thank you, Todd. Jane, you're doing a great job.
And don't forget about our manager, Gary. Our manager, Gary, over
Gary?
here. Thanks, Gary.
Gary, you crazy.
Dude, Gary's crazy, dude. Gary's always like throwing in those crazy curveballs and shit
Even
right
though
before
he's
the
quiet, he makes a mean margarita. I don't know
Hey.
what the secret ingredient is.
We even had our IT guy here today,
Yeah.
show. Yes, we had a visit
Brandon?
from our IT guy.
Is it Brandon?
Brandon. He goes by Be Nasty.
Be nasty.
Are you saying Brennan?
No,
You saying Brennan?
Brandon.
Okay.
He's not speaking. He's not speaking sloppy Joe yet.
I think
No.
I can, I think, so you're saying it with a P? Brandon?
No.
Brandon.
But I like where you're going with that. Like where you're,
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is awesome. That's one of the best movies ever, dude. Step Brothers.
It is. It's funny you said that. I was actually watching the clip today. I was like, oh, let me see if I can find a sounded download from Step Brothers, right?
Are you fucking high?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, there's got to be a good clip.
Full
but-
of white dog shit.
I really thought he was going to rape me. Hey.
I like in the interview part, he's like, shut your mouth.
You sound stupid right now. You sound stupid.
Yeah, just shut your mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you could record that little bit. You sound stupid right now. And then we could do that every once in a while, every time Ken comes on.
I was trying to find it for the Rich and Sherman bit we're going to do a little bit later in the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah. So don't forget. Yeah, we could do that.
A little bit later.
All right, try out Fuck Ken's soundbite right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, so we have a buddy of
To
ours
honor our friend.
that he's Filipino. He loves pho. And once again, his name is Ken. So, he loves this name. He thought it up himself. Am I right, guys? Pho Ken. So,
I don't even know what the hell pho is.
you don't know what pho is?
It's a
you're the pickiest eater. I forgot. Okay. It's not plain burgers. Okay, what it is it's a soup. It's a soup. It's a Vietnamese soup.
Okay, the story already sounds
the one with
stupid.
the noodles, the one with the spices, the ham. Nah,
Is it called pho soup?
Pho.
pho. It's PHO, but it's pronounced pho.
Oh, pho.
People say po. It's not po.
No, it's fine.
All right, you eat it with chopsticks. It's a great broth. Whenever you're hungover, almost like a menudo, but their version of a menudo with tripe and everything in it. As soon as I said tripe, I'm sure your stomach is just getting
tripe.
wheezy.
Oh, yeah, it's
just getting wheezy right now.
Not even not actually wheezy. It's like getting hungry.
So when he walks away, you'll know what happens, and then he'll come right back, and he'll be right back at about 75%. So that's pho. So yeah, pho Ken. So this is his theme song.
For about 35 minutes.
That is not.
That's not the one.
I pushed the wrong button. Everybody stand by.
Now let's hear from Fuck Ken.
So I was against this because once again, T.I. here, he threw it on there. And once again,
What does it say on the sound pad? What did I call that sound?
I don't.
Ken. I think
Ken.
it's Ken.
Okay.
Oh, it's called Ken.
Yeah.
To honor our Asian friend Ken. Like, how dare you try to besmirch the reason that I honored Ken on our sound pad?
So then my song should be the Cucaracha song?
Ooh,
maybe.
that's a good idea.
Or Feliz
Ooh, I do like
Navidad.
the song, the Cucaracha. Feliz Navidad. All right. Okay.
I mean, it's the first fucking Spanish song that came to
All right.
mind.
All right. Let's go ahead and continue.
Don't
on.
worry, we'll
well,
edit
the
that
reason
part out.
why us three are even here is to talk about local sports and also us idiots. So we have a list of things we're going to go over. First things first. All right. We're going to talk about the Final Four. Joe, who is it?
Is Florida Atlantic is playing San Diego State,
Foul.
and UConn is playing Miami.
That's right. You got the Owls, the Aztecs, the Canes, and the Huskies in the Final Four this year.
The first time in history in such seeds all made it into Final Four. That is crazy. And I please, my brackets busted years ago.
Whose isn't?
I know. Nobody figured this out. So what are you guys thinking? So, I'm thinking when Florida Atlantic was moving on a little bit, and they were looking kind of hot, and then that center that they had, the big Russian guy.
Florida
I
Atlantic.
don't know his name.
Yeah,
Not at the top of my head.
man, they're looking really good. So I went ahead and placed a bet that they're going to win it all.
You did Florida Atlantic?
I sure did.
What was you get? What odds?
6-1.
Is it like so?
You know,
plus
it was
600?
at that time. No, at that time it wasn't. I think it was when they made it to the Elite Eight. So the odds
were higher.
That great.
So
Yeah, so the odds were better for you then, as
I'll
far
look
as
it up.
money goes.
I'll look it up. You guys tell me your picks, and I'll look it
Okay,
up.
so
what
I can
you
tell you.
guys. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just gonna say. So I could tell you this. So I know that they came into the tournament. They were 200-1 odds on favorite to win it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And as of today, they are 6-1 on the odds to win it. So if they was on the Elite Eight, I don't know. You're going to look it up. I'd have to guess that that's going to be a decent little haul for you if they could pull it off.
It should be a good payday.
Pretty good payday.
It all depends on how much I bet, but it's none of your business.
So here's a question: do you guys prefer the blue bloods, the so-called blue bloods, the big schools being in the Final Four, or do you like the Cinderellas?
I love the Cinderellas.
Exactly.
I was about to say the
Do
same
you
thing.
like all of them? I kind of prefer the blue bloods with maybe one Cinderella. In there.
You know, I see that. Okay, I understand what Joe's saying because you say, hey, we got the Cinderella team that goes into the Final Four, and they literally just beat two of the best teams, right? But with that being said, I really like this year. This year does excite me outside of UConn, I'll be honest. So UConn, as you guys know, I think they've been destroying every opponent in the NCAA
Yes,
tournament
they
by
have.
15 points or more,
Yes.
right? They're out rebounding everybody. And I think they're a 2 seed now, but they started out they started out the season, they would have been a 1 seed, and then they dropped as the season went on.
They started out like 14-0.
Yeah.
And then they lost like 6 games within an 8-game span. They lost 6 games. And
Okay,
that's
so
when they
that
kind of
dropped
knocked them down.
Yeah. So, but I would say from what I've seen with them, they're definitely playing like a number 1 seed right now. There's no question about it. So I feel like UConn right now is the favorite to win.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But for me, I'm with
plus 500.
Casey Waltz here. I want FAU to take it.
So it's plus 500. That's when I bet. It was plus 500, and we'll see. We'll see. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so you got UConn versus Miami. All right, so that's. Do we know who plays first tomorrow? I don't remember the order, but well, that's all right. So we'll talk about UConn versus Miami.
I actually
first.
I bet on Miami to win that last game. In the
Okay,
Elite
all
Eight.
right, nice job.
So I won a little bit of money on that one too.
little cash.
Yeah, actually, it was a parlay. It was a three no, not games, but
Would
this
you like
person,
to
this
over-
person had a hit. Yeah.
Look, I like those.
Speaking
they usually
of-
don't pan out very often, but
Sorry, buddy.
Jiminy fucking.
Oh, this is even better.
It is better. You sound better now too. Yeah, thank you for doing that.
So what
Waltz.
I was thinking was I should do what? Get closer to the mic.
Well, now it's all on my
How's
face,
this?
though. What if I just turn this over here?
Yeah, you would think you would figure that out before we started recording.
Hey, okay.
And who'd you say you're gonna have it taken off, Ti?
Oh, to take it all?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pulling. I feel like UConn. Then you got me. I got like ice in my mouth. I'm like chewing ice. Hold on.
Should I wait?
You should wait a
You
moment.
should wait. I'll go ahead and
let him
answer
go.
for him.
Quit chewing on your ice, man. It's for your
I know, I got a
drink.
big piece of ice in my mouth.
I would say UConn is the favorite, but I kind of want Miami to win because
Because
they bought their team. They're billionaire.
Oh, Miami bought their team.
Oh yeah,
I did not know that.
they got a kid from K-State. They paid him $800,000, and he gets to live in a $500,000 house while he's down there. They're the other player. They're the ACC Player of the Year. He got a big NIL deal.
wait, isn't this what we should be against?
It used to be illegal.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking about being illegal or not. Morally,
My man.
Right. So they had the donor, the John Ruiz or whatever his name is. He was on the court when they won the game to the Final Four. He was on the court hugging the coach, saying, "We did it."
Wow.
well, yeah, I would hug Bill Self and say, "Man, we did it."
If you're a billionaire,
did
and,
it.
and,
No,
and
but
bought
I-
all the players,
Oh, as in general, I'm a KU fan. I'm gonna go and hug Bill. Say, I don't think you should hug me right now. There, Casey Waltz.
that's a very good Bill Self.
Yeah. So
you just play terrible softball. But you're fun. He's fun to be around.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
God, I was like, when is this shit gonna end? Like seriously, you're killing the bit.
Oh,
Anyways. Exactly. So now that you fucked up that whole bit, what are we going to talk about next?
Grady, I got a big dick.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of,
Didn't know you was going to go there with
NCAA,
that.
Speaking of NCAA, so Grady Dick decides to go into the NBA draft. What do you think how well do you think he will do as far as getting picked? Lottery pick?
They say that he's going to be a lottery pick.
I don't think he'll be a lottery pick.
I don't know. I don't think.
Well, who else is out there?
I don't know. But
Probably a bunch of.
why would you go if you're not going to be a lottery pick?
Excuse me.
Because if he's going to, be
Because
a
they go
late round
anyways
pick,
to get millions.
He can-
But
he's
he
gonna-
can still make money off of
Yeah.
his name now,
yeah.
which he probably was.
And so if he doesn't make the NBA roster and goes to the G League, man, those guys play in like rec buildings in front of nobody. He can come back to KU and play on TV, build his name image.
At least one more year, right?
Yeah, and playing important games, like
And build his stock. So if he's
Yeah.
thinking lottery pick, okay, fine, great. But we're not. But who else is out there though? There's plenty of other players that are better than
a lot of kids last year went to the G League because now you can go straight from high school to the G League. I think a lot of kids did that, and we don't know who they are because you don't see a G League game.
No.
Nope. The scouts know who they are, but
Right.
we don't know who they are.
Yes, the people, because you go to KU, you go to Duke, you're on TV all the time. You get your marketing, your image out there. I think college is the way to go, at least for a couple of years, until you're going to be that lottery pick.
My thoughts with Grady Dick, and this is just an idea, right? So he started out this season pretty hot, right? I remember seeing all the stories on Grady Dick.
Yeah.
I mean, they were.
He did. I mean,
loving him.
he was like a phenomenal. Oh man, he's just on. He's just hot. We were texting each other all the time during the games, but then
He fell off.
Games that he just fell off.
He fell off. So
And then there'll be a couple games he'd come right back out and he'd get all hot. And there'll be a couple games he'd fall right off. And then
Very
he have to
inconsistent.
sit down on the bench why? Because of his defense. His defense wasn't very good. And Bill Self,
okay, don't do that again.
Yeah,
So
I'm glad he stopped.
with the defense, though, right? That's where I'm concerned with Grady Dick transitioning to the NBA is the whole defensive side of it, right? But my thought is possibly this: is that he started out this year with his stock pretty hot, right? And as the years went on, my opinion, his stock unfortunately dropped some. So, is it a strategic decision to say, hey, my stock is right here at a particular level right now. What if I play another year? We don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to continue to be inconsistent like he was towards the end of the year? So maybe before his stock drops too much, he was advised to go into the.
I like that idea. That's very possible.
But does he have an agent? Did he get an agent?
I didn't. It didn't say the little thing that Fuck Ken sent us. It just said he was going. But like, if you don't get an agent, then you can come back.
I wish you would have told me you was going to say fuck Ken. I would have had the sound ready.
We should do that every time we just mention Fuck Ken.
We'll have it ready. Here we go. So, anyways, I don't even think I have it on the right.
No,
channel.
you don't.
We'll get it set up.
All
Get it
right.
set up.
Well, we don't need to play.
Don't
it now.
nobody go in the bathroom.
That's not why. Oh man,
That'll be our most requested clip on the show from our fans.
no one go in the bathroom.
For about 45 minutes.
I like that combo. Man, I missed that guy. Too bad he passed, man, for real.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember his name, man, but rest in peace, man. You were great.
I saw him in person on his comedy stand up. He was good.
Get out of here, dude. I'm fucking jealous. When did
Yeah.
you go?
Oh, this was a long time ago. But like he did like the first 20 minutes of his stand up was just all Friday.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, we got them all out of the way. Let's get to
Now let's get to my shit.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me, gentlemen. Carry on.
Oh. You have to play the bathroom thing when he comes back.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes. Somebody open the window.
T.I.'s taking a shit. Well, I ain't gonna tell
Anybody
nobody now.
But yeah. So Grady Dick, I mean, KU has like all kinds of players. Like we have a brand new team next year.
Well, once again, I mean, didn't we kind of have a brand new team this year? Because we lost 73% of our offense.
But we still have all of our bench players came back. I guess we just had two starters. Wilson and Harris were the only two starters coming back.
But out of everybody that was kind of leaving, other than Grady Dick, I mean, that was bound to happen. I was kind of surprised to see Clements leave.
Who?
Clements.
He doesn't get much time. I don't know.
I know, but I think his time would have been this
year. Yeah, I do
think
agree with that.
He has a sweet shot. He just didn't have. He didn't
didn't
have
have
much
enough
playing
minutes.
time.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
that I get that because Bill Self just wanted to play with 7 players, but I think Clemens had. Am I saying it right? Clemens.
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 I think it's just Clemens.
Is it spelled with a T or just Clemens?
Yeah, there's no T.
Did you wash your hands?
Clemens. I did.
Okay. So then I'll give
And
you
I used Joe's Chiefs towels.
Nice.
the fancy towel.
That's almost a tongue twister. Chiefs towels. Not really.
You still haven't said the entire title, but all right.
So back to when fucking was texting that KU needs a point guard. What was that all about? We have our point guard was the player of the year, defensive player of the year.
Well, you shut him down pretty quick because after a while he just stopped texting
I was
because
like,
you
who
proved him
is it?
wrong. Yeah.
Oh, he was like,
fucking?
oh yeah, he was all like,
Right.
we need a floor general. It's like he averages over 6 assists a game.
That's kind of the definition of a floor general. And he plays
and he is
defense.
coming back next year, right?
Yes, he'll be
Yes,
back.
Harris will be back.
Yeah.
And so DeJuan Harris is going to have money. He's going to have marketing. I mean, he's coming back. Grady Dick needs to think about that. He should be coming back.
So if Harris
I
could
wish
ever get a
him well.
3-point shot,
Who?
he'd be going, if Harris could ever get a 3-point shot, he'd be going to the NBA.
Jalen Harris?
No,
DeJuan Harris?
yeah,
He hit 3-point shots out the ass.
Hold on.
wide open because he's wide open because no one guards him.
So what's his
And
3
that's their own
point?
fault.
So what's his percentage from the field from 3-point? Do we know?
I don't know, but
Let's look that up because I'm telling you, his 3-point shot got a lot better than it did last year. It was
has
almost
improved.
like in the beginning of the season, I'm thinking, oh, why are you shooting that? They're letting you shoot it for a reason. But then he hit one, and then he hit 2, and then he hit 3 in a row. I was like, look at this
I do
dude.
I do
remember
remember-
that?
yeah, I do remember
And
that
that was in the
game.
beginning of the season. And then it seemed like every single game, that dude was knocking down threes whenever he wanted to. Yeah, they left him wide open, but did they leave him wide open, or did he get himself open?
Well, I mean, he did have he shot 40% from 3-point.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah,
That would make
I'm
him
no
a top tier
mathematician.
shooter from 3-point.
No mathematician,
but
but
what
pretty
his
good.
free throw percentages?
I'm going to guess. Hold on. Let's guess.
I
So
don't even wanna
now
know.
that Joe said that, it's lower than I would have thought initially, right? So I'm going to say that it's 72%. What is your guess, Casey
75?
Waltz?
What did you say?
75%.
No, 59.
Oh.
DeJuan Harris.
DeJuan, get it together, brother.
But
Which is
in his
weird.
defense, as a team, they all sucked.
Yeah, man. But
He
his
did.
freshman
Like,
year, he was
weird.
79%, and then this past year he's 59%.
Did they move the line?
I wonder historically if you look at everybody,
Good question.
are
Let's look that up real quick.
as a whole, do you think everybody's getting like the average, right? And I don't even know what the numbers are across the NBA, college, whatever. Are they just getting worse at free throws? Because I feel like I see people missing more free throws today more than ever.
So remember when we used to play in Argentine, right? And then freshman ball in Harmon.
Yes.
Okay. Remember how important it was for our coaches for us to practice free throws over
Every
and over
day.
and over again.
Every
right?
day.
I feel like you're right. I feel like it kind of like just dropped off the map that free throws aren't that important. Do they practice it? Sure. But not as much as they should. I don't think they're really developing the
Right.
basic fundamentals of defense, free throws.
So did you see the other day that LeBron tried to shoot a free throw with his eyes closed?
Oh no! Did he really
No, I
try to
didn't
do
see
that? Oh, why?
I wish we had
Why?
that
He
clip.
was he wanted to talk shit because Michael Jordan did it. And I
Yeah,
think Kobe did it.
That's embarrassing.
But they made theirs. LeBron missed.
Yeah. Here's
Was it a bad miss? I didn't see that.
He hit it off the front of the rim. He hit the front rim.
public service announcement, right? If you're gonna close your eyes to shoot a free throw, man, you damn well better know you're gonna hit that thing
Right,
because I mean, really.
And if you miss,
And I
say
love
that there
LeBron.
was sweat in your eyes and that you had to blink very quickly at that moment. Make up some kind of stupid ass excuse for you to try to be cool.
Well, no. 'Cause he can't make an excuse because he said it before he shot the free throw.
Son of a.
Oh no!
He was like, "I'm gonna shoot them with my eyes closed."
As your PR agent, Mr. James, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that one. I can't. I mean,
I'm a
you
LeBron
done
James
told
fan.
everybody.
Oh, I'm a huge LeBron fan.
That was it's funny to me.
Yeah, I think for LeBron, he's been chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan his entire career, right? And I will say this, and we can get off the subject unless Casey Walt's got something to say about it, is that I feel that with LeBron, he is, if you look at the whole body of his career, he probably is the best NBA player we've ever seen, right? Is he the most exciting to watch? No. But
No.
Is he the most consistent? By a mile.
Nope.
Yeah, I think LeBron has to be in your top 5. I know people are always like, "Oh, he's
All right,
in my
fine,
top
fine,
10."
fine. I'll give you that. He is my top 5, but he is not the best I've ever seen.
Right,
It's
But
Michael Jordan.
He's an amazing talent, though. Score, rebound, pass. He does it all.
Yeah.
He does.
So are we going to remember Michael Jordan for just the Bull years, or are we also going to remember him for the years that he went to the Wizards?
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me throw up in my mouth a little
Yeah.
bit.
Right. But what would LeBron would have done with Scottie Pippen on his team if he would have had a Dennis Rodman, if he would have had a Tony Kukoc? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I would say that he took some pretty.
He had
bad,
Kyrie Irving.
and they won.
They won. They won.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He took some pretty bad Cleveland teams to the finals.
He did. And he won with some,
Well, he won with Kyrie.
So
but,
did
but he's
so
won with
did-
other lesser names.
So did Iverson. He took a terrible team to the playoffs every
I
year.
loved Iverson.
He's my favorite player.
Loved him.
That was my favorite player.
Off the field,
Ever.
on the field.
Ever.
That dude.
And he has some pretty good quotes,
I
too.
think I still have his socks. The I3.
Oh, the I3s?
Yeah, I still have his socks, and I think I still have his wristbands.
And I think that's how I got my nickname.
T.I.? Hell yeah, bro.
He's Tony Iverson.
Because
That killer crossover.
killer crossover is about all
Tony
I,
Iverson.
the crossover was all I had.
Yeah.
But,
I told-
and the occasional 3-pointer.
Yeah, one season you were out there playing, and Joe was sitting next to me on the bench. I was like, "This is a dude. He act like he's Allen Iverson. He's Tony
What I,
Iverson."
did I like
Tony-
die for the
Tony
ball or
Iverson.
something? Because I always played real. I will say this: I was never the best player on the court. That's for damn
T.I.
sure. But I always
We'll call him
felt
T.I.
like
from now on.
I'd always give it 100%.
Not because he raps, because he thinks he's Tony Iverson.
Well, as we say all the time, he was T.I. before T.I.
That is true.
Hey, and we have the proof on it. I have video camera.
Yeah, so we don't need
Videotape.
Ti showing up at the house, acting all crazy and shit.
Cease and desist.
Right?
Don't-
It's like he's already messaged.
Save the emails.
I've already gotten the emails.
Save the letters coming to Joe's house.
Well, they don't know the address, so.
I'll give you
me.
the address. Look below.
They're going to send
Under likes.
They're going to send their letters to the Smoketown.
Send it to Smoketown.
That's the only address
Scott
they have.
McCombs. Yeah, speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and remind everybody who we're sponsored by Smoketown Barbecue, the home of the Smoketown Throwdown, the biggest, fattest sandwich you ever seen.
7702 Shawnee Mission Parkway.
7702 Shawnee Mission Parkway. Be sure to mention at Astra Boy Sports Podcast, and you'll get yourself. What did Scott
free
say?
fries. No, it was a pickle spear.
I said free fries. This
yeah.
This mother. He said a fucking pickle spare. I said you better deep fry that some bitch and add it, maybe a couple more and put it with some fucking ranch sauce. I mean, people are watching that Astra Boys. We need to give them something from Smoketown.
I think I'm going to go try that and say, get some free fries.
And they're gonna look at you like you're like, okay.
Here's what you do:
It'll be Scott's mom, too.
Do you have a coupon for that, sir?
call in your order ahead of time. Say I'm coming to pick it up. Right? I'm going to
I
use
will
my
say
Ad Astra
this.
Boys coupon today.
If you call in an order at Smoketown, you better double check before you leave.
Don't worry, Scott. We'll edit that part out,
No one. That's actually pretty smart. Wherever you
and
go,
we'll send it to him.
not just Smoketown. Wherever you go, double check your order before you leave, because you're gonna go all the way home and realize that McDonald's didn't put your double patties in a freaking Big Mac. How you gonna miss 2 double patties in a Big Mac? That's the whole point of the burger. It's called a burger.
So I got a funny story.
ahead.
So we went to the home opener. Me and Nisa went to the home opener yesterday. Royals home opener. Which,
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Which
next.
we got all of 2 hits. Okay. So we stopped at Rosedale.
Not much to
Barbecue.
talk about.
Sorry, Scott. We stopped at Rosedale Barbecue, and we got our meal or whatever. And her cousin Raymond, you guys know Raymond, right?
Yes.
He works at He works there.
No, he does not.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
But he wanted us to get him a Polish sausage.
Oh, I love their sausages there.
Yeah. So he's like, can you bring it in, sneak it in, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's their sandwiches are wrapped in
You're
foil.
going to sneak in a sausage in your pants
I know.
in the Rose game?
Yes.
Oh,
Anissa
Anissa.
did. So it's wrapped in foil.
That makes
right?
sense because
It's wrapped
nobody
in
would
foil.
ever know the difference.
Right. It's wrapped in foil. So she comes through the metal detectors and it's going off. And they're like,
Her crotch is going off.
Anissa is going off because she has a sausage on her.
She has a metal sausage.
right here. She has it in her right here.
Because something else went off. Okay, I get it. Something else made it went off, but she has a sausage.
So they're like, you got everything in your pockets? And she's like, yeah.
Sure.
So they're like, okay, you need to come over here. So they like wand her and like right here, like
Like
"Are you
TSA
sure?"
airport.
Yeah, are you sure you don't have anything?
Meow, meow,
And she was like, oh, I do have this hot dog.
a hot dog.
So what happened with the hot dog?
So
You got to
they're-
tell us.
they're
Our
like-
fans are waiting.
No,
She
they're
had
like,
to hurry up and slam
they're
it.
like, no, they're like, okay, go
I don't
in.
give a fuck about the hot dog. I wouldn't think.
Oh, they went ahead and let her in
Yeah,
with
they
the
let us in.
sausage.
So
It could have been a dynamite, but they let her in with the foil pepper.
So we get in, we give it to Raymond. He's like,
Country's
"Oh."
in great hands.
Raymond's like, this is great, man. I can't believe you guys did this. So awesome. I love it. He opens it up, and it's a turkey and ham.
Turkey and ham sandwich?
Hey, you want to get it done right? You
Wait,
got to
wait.
do it yourself.
I'm a little confused. A sandwich looks different wrapped up than it
'Cause it's
than
on
an
a-
actual sausage.
Because it's on a hoagie bun.
Oh, that's your story.
That was pretty good.
I think you should have stopped with the, hey, I got a sausage in my pants. That was hilarious. But all the
best
way into
part-
because you got a wrong order.
we got it all the way in. We snuck it in. We
Yeah.
got wand. And at the very end, it wasn't even what he wanted.
That story was questionable.
Well, I thought it was a pretty decent story.
Yeah.
That was an okay story. Yeah.
Until he
I
continued.
mean, well,
Well, it's better than your Bill Self impression for
That is
for
true.
2 minutes. You kept doing it.
So I don't know.
That has to be, like,
Guys,
I
limited
think we
to
lost
5
like
seconds.
I think we lost like 5 listeners during that bit.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
All right, what's next on the list?
Legero.
Yeah, we'll edit that shit out too. So we talked about the
home
Final
opener.
Four. We were talking about the home
Okay.
opener. You went to the home opener yesterday.
Want to
Yeah.
speed up your performance there, Ti?
Oh yeah.
That's like
Looks
Viagra.
like we have
Viagra is another sponsor of ours. Is ever since Ti asked for their sponsorship. I want to talk about the home opener. I want to talk about Zach Greinke.
Who pitched pretty good?
He pitched fantastic. Only 2 runs. Was it all his fault? No, not really. So what was the deal with our bats?
2 hits. And one was a broken bat hit. It wasn't even a solid hit.
Are we ready to panic?
no. It's the first game of the season. Greinke did his job, obviously, right? But I mean, hell, what are you gonna do? You got to put some runs up.
Well, this is what we had: bases loaded, 1 out. MJ was up, and did you see the shitty ass swing he did and hit it right back to the pitcher for a double play?
Oh, like he did a check swing and shit at the.
He did kind of like he had a reach. He
Yeah,
had a reach
like a-
to
like
do
a check swing, no?
Yeah. It was.
At that moment in time, that's a little embarrassing that you hit into a double. Then the way
It was a
they went to
3
home.
It was a 3-0 count. He had a 3-0 count. Watched a strike, and then he swung and had that little stupid hit.
Oh, it sounded better on the radio, by the way, because I heard the whole thing on the radio.
Were they pretty fired up about that?
Alejandro Escobar. I'm gonna try to do his.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna
Do you
work
listen,
on that
do you
one.
listen to
gonna
Jason
try to-
Anderson on 810?
Oh, he does a fantastic.
He does.
I try to mock his too.
No, he's his getting
Alejandro
Matthews is really good.
Escobar. Yeah.
Yours is not too bad. I like
I'm
it.
trying.
Yeah.
MJ Melendez is up to that. Yeah, well, I'll work on it.
Watch out! Looks like Casey Waltz is going after a job there.
right. But no, I think our pitching did well. Here's the deal. Why is Dozer playing third base?
I saw that. I saw when the lineup came up. I'm thinking, okay, are we back with Matheny again? What the hell's going on?
I didn't understand that either.
I'm like, we have to have some kid coming up the third base, right? The Dozier error.
I
should
thought
be
we
back.
had all the kids already up. Like everybody filled in all the bases. What happened?
Rob, I'd rather see
Because
Nicky
of the big
Lopez.
contract we gave him.
But that has to be because it was only 4 years. I don't know. I'd rather see Nicky Lopez at third.
All right. Either way, this is the most excited I've ever been for the last, I think, 3 years for the Royals, because the youth is up. Everybody's all playing together. Salvador Perez is still with us. Zach Greinke is still pitching kind of, the way. I mean, I know he lost a step, but he's still looking good. What was that 79-mile-per-hour pitch that he threw?
That's what I saw Richard.
Hope that wasn't his fastball.
We need to get a sound bite, like a U-Haul commercial, whenever we say Richard's name.
Wonk, wonk.
Yeah, like what's the
Actually, I don't think they have
whenever
that.
I think of Richard, I always think, because Richard always passionately talks about U-Haul. It always makes me think of so we used to go on vacations with Richard, and one of the things that I was just like,
When he saw U-Haul, he wouldn't look it up.
well, no. So I would be in the car with him and Jackie, right? And all I would hear and this is when she worked with him at U-Haul at the time, right? So when we went to Colorado, all I heard the entire fucking ride out there was stories about U-Haul. I was like, well, shit, if I was working at U-Haul, I can get in this
I can relate.
conversation. Yeah. So,
I think I have to grab that bottle down there. Walt.
it's funny because I always think about that. Like, so he reminds me of like Hank Hill, right? I sell U-Haul and U-Haul accessories. And he obviously sells propane, right?
Oh, he does. He does sell propane.
He's always been really good to make sure we come in and buy propane at full price from U-Haul.
Yes, always full price. Always full price.
Always full price. Okay, we'll edit that shit out too, because obviously.
But the Royals, man, we had 2 hits is no good, dude.
No, it's not how you want to open up the season. That's true.
That pitch clock, I love it. The pitch clock, everything's going fast. The game went quick yesterday.
A lot quicker.
Oh man,
yeah,
dude, it's
I like that.
Damn.
So they don't allow the pitchers to sit up there and do all their bullshit for too
I mean,
long because they have so much time.
And the batters either.
I love that.
Yeah.
I honestly had no idea that you said it like I had no idea they were doing that.
Oh yeah, so I think it's like 15 seconds. They have to pitch the ball, and the batter has to be in the batter's box, engaging the pitcher with 6 seconds left on the clock. And if he's not, it's a strike.
Hey, I don't blame him because look, viewers at home, we're busy. We got busy lives. We don't have time for your bullshit. You want to step out of the box? Whatever. Go ahead.
So in spring training, it happened that the batter was not engaged within 6 seconds. Strike 3, game over.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when it became real for everybody.
Yeah.
I bet.
I mean, but that was in spring training. Let it happen in a real game right now. A game ends that way, and people are going to be.
Yeah. Could you imagine the coach, how they're going to act? Like they already act fucking ridiculous as it is. Like whenever a play doesn't go their way, right? That's my opinion. It's weird that baseball is like that. It's almost like in baseball, they give coaches a little bit more rope than they do in other sports, right?
Well, this is the hard part about baseball as an official.
Yeah, as an official. Joe, by the way, he officiates football, baseball, and basketball, so he is an expert on the subject. Go ahead.
And we actually had our football crew. We had a varsity football crew of all of us friends, and it was pretty fun times.
I remember that. I did that one season.
You did do it with us once. Tell us about how you placed the flag in your fucking pants. So, for those of you watching at home, I got to tell this.